Breaking tonight, Elon Musk said it himself, but SpaceX isn't just talking anymore.
They're moving forward with putting real people on Mars.
Flight, all systems remain green and...
What if human really lived on Mars? For 60 years, Mars has been nothing but a distant glimmer. We've watched it, photographed it, sent robots, but we've never even come close to stepping on its surface. But out in Texas, Elon Musk wants to turn all that upside down. He doesn't want another rover. He wants real people, maybe even you, standing on that red dust. So now it's not if, it's when. If this works, what does Mars look like in 2035? Not as a science project, but as a place people actually call home? Let's dig in. When you land, Mars greets you with silence. Not just quiet, real, deep silence. No birds singing, no wind in the leaves, no blue sky, just a faded orange. The sun is far off and tired, hardly warming anything. Gravity's weak, just a third of what you know on Earth. Suddenly, you weigh almost nothing and can jump way higher than usual. But it's not all fun. Your muscles and bones start to break down, slow but steady, just from living there. Step outside without a suit, and you'd pass out in about 15 seconds. The air, not even close to breathable. Barely a wisp, almost pure carbon dioxide. Mars isn't friendly. It's not even neutral. It's a place you survive, never a place made for you. Skip to 2035. Even if SpaceX pulls it all off, the first people on Mars won't live in shiny glass domes with views. They'll be underground or buried beneath thick Martian dirt. Why? Because Mars doesn't have a magnetic shield to block radiation from the sun or deep space. Out in the open, every wall counts. Every room doubles as a bunker. Air isn't guaranteed. Every breath comes from machines squeezing oxygen out of CO2 in the Martian sky, molecule by molecule, hour after hour. If the machines quit, so does everyone in the colony. That's the deal. Comfort traded for total control. You can't ship food from Earth forever, not when you're 60 million kilometers away. So future Martians have to grow their own inside pressure-sealed greenhouses under artificial light in dirt that'll poison you unless you treat it first. Mars's soil is full of perchlorates, nasty stuff you've got to remove before you plant anything. At first, it'll be potatoes, salad greens, soybeans, things that grow quick and compact. Forget cows, chickens, bacon. Real meat won't happen, so get used to insects or lab-grown protein. Every calorie's a fight. Nothing's wasted. Nothing comes easy. Getting there isn't a walk in the park. Even on the fastest trip, Mars is half a year away. You're stuck in a tiny spaceship, floating weightless, zapped by more radiation than anyone on Earth. And when those engines fire, that's it. No return flight, no rescue, no last-minute change of heart. You're all in. For real. Here's what trips people up. Leaving Earth doesn't erase it. Earth becomes the backup, the endless resupply, the source of every message and memory. But communication is brutal. A simple hi takes anywhere from 4 to 24 minutes, depending on where the planets are. Families stretch 54 million kilometers, and video calls become slow, one-way messages. Every contact feels like shouting across a canyon you can never cross. Home splits in two, the planet you left and the one you're fighting to survive on. So, about all those promises for Mars missions, Musk's deadlines keep slipping. Missions meant for this year are pushed 5 to 7 years ahead, now overshadowed by moon plans. SpaceX's Starship, their big hope, keeps exploding, disappearing, or crashing during test flights. And experts outside Musk's circle? Some say Starship doesn't carry enough fuel for a return trip, let alone to start a colony without outside help. Nuclear reactors to power a Martian city? Not even close. No one's managed a closed-loop life support system that works for a whole human settlement. Solar radiation isn't something humans can tough their way through, except maybe by hiding underground. This isn't negativity, it's just hard math. Even if the rockets do everything right, Mars hands you another challenge technology can't fix. The human one. Complete isolation. Knowing your family, friends, everything normal. It's 60 million kilometers away, and it always will be. No fresh air, no rain, no outside walks unless you're zipped up in a thick suit, day in, day out, forever. The first Martians won't just be explorers. They'll be some of the loneliest people ever, hand-picked outsiders, building a life in a place that refuses to be tamed. So, 2035, do we make it? Not a chance. Not right now. The tech isn't ready. Deadlines are slipping, and no one solved the biggest dangers. Does that mean never? Not really. Elon Musk keeps moving the goalposts, but every time, more people buy into the idea just a bit more. So maybe the question isn't, when will people live on Mars? Maybe it's whether we're bold or reckless enough to try while we still have no idea what we're facing. Because Mars isn't going to be our next easy step. It will decide whether humanity even gets another chapter.